So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment. Alright, everyone, Martha here. So we got 3 news to talk about, and maybe this show if it's not past 10 minutes after I'm talking about the 3 news. So let's get this out of the way. We lost a very good singer named DJ Casper who wrote down, y'all. Turn to the right. Slide. Reverse. Everybody clap your hands. That song. And he was 58. Don't know what he died of, but he died a couple days ago. Finally got around to talking about his death. So yeah. And looks like Stephen Amell is either he was forced to, or he had a change of heart. Is now picketing fences in New York. They were supposed to do like a Arrow reunion where they did strike together, and he did in a different city that all the other co-members did. And so, but we know that he's been saying comments that he's not for the strike. He is for the studios and stuff like that. So yeah, and looks like James Gunn lied to Gallo to go about Wonder Woman 3. Remember how I said a couple videos ago that Wonder Woman was not cancelled? Now it's back to being cancelled, or they just lied to her. Because they had a meeting where they would tell her that, okay, we're gonna have this movie. Someone else is gonna direct it. Next week. Never mind. We're not gonna direct it. So yeah. All those news happens. I risk on one of them. Do we know if Stephen Amell had a change of heart? No, we don't really know what the guy's thinking. We know that a bunch of people besides him have regular rules, like he talked about one of the shows that he is supporting. You're not supposed to talk about any shows at the for the time being that you have been in recently or in the past, which is the one about the past one's part stupid. Just like Zachary Levi said, Jamie Lee Curtis said the same thing. Basically, she wants this the strike to end, basically, so that they can get back to work. So yeah, that's what she said, and Stephen Amell just says, "I am not for the strike." He wants whatever the studio wants, basically. He thinks striking is a waste of time. He thinks striking's not important. So yeah, but yeah, he's picking up fences and stuff like that. So yeah, it's sad what happened with DJ Casper. That song was one of the few songs I liked that was hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, that I liked. Not many of them are out there because I'm not really into that kind of stuff because I don't like how women dress in it. And anytime there was a dance where they just played that, I would leave. This is like one of the few things I would actually dance to. It's kind of like this generation's version of Macarena. So yeah. So yeah, it's sad that he had to die. Strike end already, and producer, directors, stop lying to your actors. Okay, that's basically all I have to say about those 3 news. Let's talk about the episode. So, this is for Adventures of Superman, episode 7, and In this one, Clark and Lois go on a date after Clark shows takes him to her farm, and and they go on a date. Both of them want to go. They both like plan it out way too far, and Jimmy thinks that Jimmy thinks that too because they like had charts, both of them. And when it came time to do it, Mr. Pizzalix, uh, trickster genie character, who looks nothing like him. He even has blue skin. He has nothing like only thing he would that's very similar to his name, but I think this one was pretty much so far I think this one's still the best episode because I did like the fact that he turned Clark into like a bunch of versions of his old self. We saw like the very first animated Superman from the 40s. Then we saw the one from the 90s and a bunch of other ones. And they couldn't get a clip of this one, so sorry. Or a picture. But I did get the one where they showed all the Loises. And also we have...
You're the fun one!
This place is beautiful.
It's a little pretentious in my opinion.
I know I can't trust anything you say, but I might as well ask. What do you know about Clark?
Lots, but it'll be way more fun to watch you figure it out.
Had like a bunch of people, like 3 different Loises. Kind of remind me of... I never watched Rick and Morty, but it also reminded me of when you watch Flash. There was the Wells, the Council of Wells, which was a council of Mortys, whatever it is. But yeah, never really watched that. So I know that's what they're basically ripping off of right there. And so Mixel tells him that Lois has been captured. So he goes, follows her, and the Loises grab this universe Lois because they think that Clark is working with Mr. Picklex, and so he takes him to like a place where you can take a bunch of artifacts from every universe because they even have the mask of Mr.
It's gold, not yellow.
He tried to take Dr. Fate's helmet. We see that one, a bunch of other stuff, and he finds like a tape recorder, and he Lois goes and like researches like a whole bunch of all the different Loises and finds stuff about Superman because she doesn't trust these Loises. There's even like a female Jimmy, who I think is probably his sister that we saw in Supergirl, and she's also into like things that are not real. So yeah, cryptids we want to call it. And so she goes and like finds some. They try to stop them. They use kryptonite on Clark, and then they leave Lois behind because they know they're trying to stop her, try to stop them. And Mr. Pixelus gets away. He gets on the ship, and they take them to like a headquarters of all the multiverse places where we see a bunch of Loises. Where I show this clip from the museum. There you go. And after that, we end up. He finds his hat that he always wears and puts it on, and he starts messing around and stuff like that. And they have to stop him. Now, usually when they stop him, they make him they make him like say his name backwards, or they say his name backwards to him, and that's how he gets caught. But they just put him in jail this time, and he gets out. And Lois gets the disc that she got earlier, and that says Superman X, that shows every single time Superman went evil. I think it was mostly the one they showed was like the one from Superman Red, where he was belonged to the Russians or the Germans or something like that. So this one was fine. I liked it. I would probably give this one like a 10 out of 10. One thing I didn't really like about it about these episodes, I really wish the villains would look more like their old counterpart. Like some consolation that this is them. But I think this is the one that acted more like his old counterpart. I'm just happy that even though a lot of people love him, and there's no way this would happen, because the one in the 90s, one was voiced by Gilbert Godfrey, but since he died, there's no way. But I think this guy's voiced a lot. This one's not annoying. So yeah, so that's basically it. I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoy this. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and talk to you guys later.